So in my bowl I have 170 grams of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of granulated sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, and 170 grams of unsalted butter that must be cold and cubed. And you're going to need about 100 to 120 grams of ice cold water. Very important that you've got cold water, cold butter. So I'm just going to lightly bring together my butter with the flour, the salt and the sugar. You definitely don't want to be too heavy-handed with this because you want your butter to stay in lumps. If it isn't, you'll lose layers. Adding in the ice cold water quite slowly, a bit at a time, and just bringing that dough together, but just gently. You're not trying to work the gluten in the dough or anything like that. You don't want to do that. You just want to bring this together into a bit of a slurry. It's best to use your hands for this. You could pop it in the, you could pulse it, I guess. I've done it before. I done it last week when I was making Danish pastries. You can pulse it in a mixer. Just bringing this together slowly. Some more water. So the difference between this dough and our Danish dough is that this one doesn't have any yeast, which is good. Okay, I might need a bit more flour in there now. I might have put too much water in, so I'm just going to tip in a little bit more flour, not too much. Just until I can get it into a lump. Sure, plenty of people have made rough puff pastry before. Okay, so when you've got it into a state where it looks like this, looks like a pile of rubble, still got big lumps of butter in there, look, yeah, you're ready. You get it out of the bowl and shape it into a rectangle, as we've done with plenty of other doughs. Bit of flour on the bench. Okay. Okay, it looks a bit rough, but it's supposed to look a bit rough. It's going to go in the fridge now for a couple of hours after I've folded it. Going to give it a fold and then I'm going to put it in the fridge for a couple of hours. If the butter starts to come through the pastry, don't worry, just add some flour. Keep calm and carry on. So just before we make our fold, I'm just going to brush some of this flour off. I don't have a pastry brush, I don't know why, I'm going to buy one this year. But yeah, just brush the flour off because you don't want that flour, really too much flour inside. It's okay for a bit. Okay, then we're going to fold it as we normally do, our envelope fold. fold it into thirds. And then we're going to get that back into the fridge to chill that butter again. This is going to have a lot of turns, as many as 6. I'll decide once I see what how the dough's behaving. But there you go. So that's the first one. It needs to go back into the fridge now.